Hi, good evening. I see some of you, Neil. Hi,
Hi.
Mark.
Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you.
Good to see all of you. This is Padmasambhava Meditation Center's Thursday night open meditation. Welcome. Do we have anybody who is joining us for the first time who would like to let us know that they're joining us for the first time?
Hi, Christina.
Hi.
It's Alan. It's been a very, very long time. I just wanted to say hello.
Hi, Alan. Nice to hear your voice. Yeah, welcome.
As a favor, before we get started, is there any possibility, and if you don't wish to, that's fine, could you give me or mention your email address?
My email address is my name at Gmail.
Okay, thank you.
Robert, hi.
Yeah, hi.
Are you joining us for the first time?
On Zoom, yes.
Yes, okay. But maybe not in general. I don't know if I've had the pleasure of meeting you before.
You have received a few emails from me?
I have. Okay.
Yes, because I live here in Denver.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Apologize that I have not remembered those in this moment. I am, oh, Manisha, hi. I'm working with a lot tonight. And I invite everybody who's here to turn on your cameras if you wish. And if you don't. It's absolutely fine. We are going to do some practice together. I am dealing with post-COVID brain and lungs. And I'll tell you one thing about the post-COVID brain. There seems to be less activity in it, which is really great for meditation. You can kind of just drop into stupidity. Hi, Ellie. So happy that you're there. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
It means so much to be here tonight. It really does.
Oh, we're so happy that you're here.
Meditation class in my hospital room. It's great.
I can see that you're there. Yeah, I can see that you're there. I hope you're doing well.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, Alice.
Bye.
Hi.
Very good to see you.
So why don't we just take a few moments and just settle into being present here and now. I invite all of you to be comfortable in the way that is easiest for you. And if that involves sitting, and if you are able to just bring a little bit of energy and lift into your spine, please do so. And even if that energy or lift comes from visualizing your spine being straight, then please do that. And just take a moment and do a bit of a scan through the body, just sensing into your lower body that's being held and supported by your seat. And just letting your full weight be carried by the seat that you're on and by the earth that is holding that. And bring your attention to the core of your body, your chest, and taking a few more deeper breaths into your belly. You can even make some noise as you exhale. Just imagining as you breathe more deeply into your core, that you let the body now just breathe itself. And you just drop into the breathing without anything else to do. And we'll settle down and do some shamatha meditation practice by bringing our attention to the body's breathing itself, letting ourselves travel out with the exhale and dissolving with it, and finding ourselves back again and again in a state of present awareness, and letting our attention be gentle, light, just dancing with the exhalation as it goes out and dissolves. Notice the quality of your attention. Is your mind active with lots of thought activity? Is it in a more calm and peaceful state? Just noticing it without correcting it, without needing to change it, just gently then bring your attention back to the breath. The body is breathing. And you're just using that natural process as a way of resting in a concentrated state. You notice that there's thoughts. You can pay attention to the space around the thoughts. If you notice there's thoughts about what I just said, and you find yourself thinking about space around the thoughts, you can just look right into the one who's thinking that. And then just drop everything right in that moment. And just gently ride the exhalation. You might also notice if your meditation has some calm or still quality to it. If there's attachment to that, such that when there's another noise or an interruption, you are trying to get back to that stillness. You can see how you can carry the stillness despite interruptions. Notice whether you have thoughts or whether there's an absence of thoughts. If there's an absence of thoughts, notice if the quality of your awareness is dull, or if it's sharp, awake, brilliant. Now see if you can bring your gaze to a place in front of you, either on the floor or just a spot, and hold your attention there. Use a visual support for your practice of shamatha. Hold the mind in single pointed focus concentration using one visual focal reference point. Don't forget to breathe. And as you breathe, slowly expand your awareness to encompass not only the point that you've chosen as a support, but the one who is watching. Watch out of all directions now. Behind, left, right, above, below. Now bring your awareness back right into your body, into your breath, the body breathing itself. Taking a couple deeper breaths. We'll take a little break. You can stretch a little bit, move your body. And now sit for a second and imagine that in the next 2 minutes, you have to think every single thought that you need to think for the rest of your life. And just sit there and think. Think about whatever you need to think about. Just fill your mind with thinking. Everything you've done, everything you're going to do, all the different thoughts, just make them come, as many as there are. Listen to the voice of your thinking. Just keep it going. Don't stay still for a moment with your mind. Just keep on thinking whatever you want. Force the thoughts to come. Put all your effort into it. Think as hard as you can. This, that, the other thing, anything, everything. Just whatever. Even crazy thoughts. Things you never thought you would think. Things you never wanted to think. All the things you wanted to think. Think and then think even more. Keep thinking. Keep the thoughts coming. Force them to come. Anyone tired yet? Keep thinking. Don't stop thinking. Make sure you keep thinking. Okay, now just drop back again. Move your body a little bit again. Shake your head. Let it all go. Just drop right into the present moment. Travel with the exhalation. And just sink into the spaciousness. Your breath in the body. Mind lightly on the breath and your awareness all encompassing. notice thinking, if it's there. And then notice the one who's noticing. And wherever you are, just return to this space that we're here in together. Maybe taking a couple deeper breaths. Reflecting a bit on the meditation that we've just had together. The qualities for you. Was it effortful, easy, irritating, fun? Reflect a little bit. And we will come back. Thank you. Any questions, reflections, insights? Did anyone become enlightened in the last 40 minutes? Did anyone have any enlightening insights?
Hi, Christina. I'll contribute. It's nice to see you again. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Manisha. Nice to see
Thank
you.
you. I liked when you made us flood our mind with all these thoughts that, we will ever think of for the rest of our lives. And you just kept making us think, and then you made us drop it, because I think that really helped to clear my mind. It was sort of like in yoga, when they tell you to clench your entire body and then relax. And it was like that happened to my brain. So that was that was really effective for me. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, it's a great technique to use. You know, if you're sitting and doing some meditation practice and you find again and again you're getting distracted by thoughts, try that. Just completely drop it and sit there and just think.
Okay.
Think hard. Just imagine, okay, you've got 3 minutes left to think everything that you need to think for the rest of your life. You've got to think it all. And that mental effort, just exhausting your mind with it, is an amazing way to then suddenly be able to arrive in that vast, spacious openness of non-conceptuality, even if it only lasts for a couple seconds. You get a hit of it. Yeah. It's like, you know, taking like the whole shot at once or something. Not that I do that. I definitely don't do that. I don't drink.
Christina,
Yes.
I actually had the opposite. The more I tried to think, the less I could think. And the thoughts were just
And that-
completely,
yes.
yeah, it's completely gone. And the harder I tried to think, the more space there was.
That's
It's a great
great.
trick.
It can also go that way. Thank you, Carol. Yeah. Right? The mind is so interesting. The mind is so interesting. When we want to think, then suddenly, where are the thoughts? Then they can disappear. Where do they go? Where do they go? Why are thoughts so bothersome? Maybe they're not. Thanks for joining us, Anisha. You don't really need to be bothered by thoughts. And in some ways, that's what that technique can kind of help us connect to.
I have a question.
Sure,
You
Alice.
talked about the exhale, but you didn't really talk about the inhale.
Yeah. Thank you for that question. Is that a question?
That is.
Yeah. I didn't. And thank you for bringing that up, Alice. And the reason that I didn't is I tend to think it's a more effective technique to bring the attention to the exhalation and just leave it there. The body inhales naturally. I find that if and when I try to then bring that focus to both exhalation and inhalation, it becomes too effortful. So if I'm doing shamatha practice, using the breath as the focal point for attention, I find it much more effective to have that attention on the exhalation, going out, 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 then it's gone, it's gone. And so there's a moment, a gap. The you, whatever it is also just dissipated, gone. Then the body just breathes itself. The body naturally inhales. It just happens. We don't have to think about it. We don't have to tell ourselves to do it. It just happens. And then once again, there we are, right back there, traveling out with the exhalation, disappearing as it does. I've found that technique to be more effective for me than watching the inhalation as well. It's not wrong to do that. It's absolutely not wrong to do that. But when I use this technique, I often don't give any instructions on the inhalation for that reason. And probably tonight, I didn't even say, don't worry about the inhalation, because I can't remember anything these days. I can't remember how to teach meditation practice because I have so few. Well, it's not that I have so few thoughts in my mind. Anyway, my short-term memory isn't what it used to be. So thank you for that question, Alice. Other insights?
Looks like Tara has her hand raised, Chris.
Oh, Tara. Hi.
Hi. I just wanted to say that I really benefited from the instruction to observe the thoughts, the quality of the thoughts, and then when they disappear, the quality of the awareness. And I just simply wanted to make that comment that was really useful to notice the quality of the thoughts first and foremost. But yeah, so thanks for that.
Thank you, Tara. This is one of the I would say, kind of crucial key points of meditation, or that meditation allows for us, is to be aware of our thinking. I was having a conversation the other day. Of course, I can't remember who it was with or what it was, but I was talking to somebody about whether any animals, maybe this came up in a class, I was just translating, whether any animals have the capacity for self-awareness. I've heard people say that, it's only human beings that can be self-aware, aware of their own thinking. I mean, I have no idea if animals could be. I wouldn't want to say no animal could ever be. Who knows? Some animals definitely seem like they have thoughts or verging on instinct. But as human beings, we do have that incredible capacity, right? To be aware of our thinking. And thinking has many different qualities. Sometimes thoughts are just slow or heavy, sluggish. Sometimes they're fast and many and vibrant and dynamic. And sometimes there aren't any. And when there aren't any, there can also be different qualities to the awareness, right? It can be dull, a state of just dullness, spaced out, which we wouldn't really even use the word awareness. The consciousness at that time is very dull. Or it can be awake, vivid. And that's, in many ways, I think what meditation is about. It's a training ourselves to become aware of the quality of our knowing present mind. Whether it is moving with thoughts or whether it is still. And that, being aware of our thinking, opens a whole world of possibilities, the least of which is the fact that we don't have to believe everything that we think, which is a huge relief. You can have thoughts and not mind them at all. And that's a great boon for meditation, because thoughts will continue. And then they start to become less problematic, less sticky also. Any other thoughts? Or have they all been thought? Did you exhaust all of the thoughts in that 30-second moment? Well, if there's no more thoughts, are there any more questions? Thank you for joining tonight, everyone. I'm delighted to see all of you here. Thank you for coming. I haven't been teaching much lately for many months. And the reason is because I was quite ill with COVID-19. And I'm definitely better now. I'm on the East Coast of the US. It's a little bit past my bedtime, but I'm so happy that I stayed up late tonight and got a chance to connect with all of you again.
So glad you're feeling better.
I'm so glad you're feeling better. I'm so glad Ellie has come through her surgery well. And I'm really happy to see Neil and Mark and Alice and Robert and Carol and everybody else who's here tuned in.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ellie. Really glad to see you. May all beings be free of pain and its causes. May they be happy, well, healthy, and always connected to the causes that bring that. May they connect to the domain of great, unconditional, loving, compassionate, and boundless equanimity, and live believing in the equality of all that lives. Good night. See you again.
Night.
Good night.
Bye. Bye.
Good night.
everyone.
Good night. Thank you.
Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams.
Yes, good night.
Good night.